Secret number 9, there are 9 questions you should ask before you launch your next marketing automation campaign. So if you're using GetResponse, here are the things that you should be thinking about as you launch your next campaign. And again, this will be sent out to you, so don't worry about writing or too furiously. First, of course, is who is going to buy our product or service. Is it one of those 4 customer categories back there? Who makes the decision to buy the product? The person who makes the decision is not always the user. The user is somebody different, the purchaser is somebody different, and then there's the approver, and there's a bunch of different things. Now, this is more B2B oriented, but it can also be B2C. Number 3, how is the purchase decision made? Who assumes what role? As I mentioned, there can be the person who makes the decision to buy it, but they may not be the person who uses the product. What is a customer really buying? For example, what are the hidden reasons? So when we buy Starbucks coffee in the United States, while in Europe I avoided Starbucks mostly, except for this morning. But mostly because I love to eat the local food and I want to experience the local things, and so it's great. In the United States, there's really only Starbucks. It's just the only kind of coffee company there is, and they're everywhere. But you pay $4 for a cup of coffee that costs you $1 at another coffee shop. Why are people paying $4 for a cup of coffee? And the reason is because of the subconscious reasons that we like about Starbucks. It's sort of like the Coke story. What are the subconscious reasons that people are buying Starbucks? You guys tell me.
Because you have a big logo on the paper market.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons you have a big logo. It has a cool factor, doesn't it? It makes you feel cool. What are some of the other things that you're buying when you buy a Starbucks coffee? You're buying the music in the background. You're buying the comfort of being in Starbucks. Sometimes you're buying, I want to be alone. I want to go and work on my laptop alone someplace else. Other times you're buying Starbucks because you're saying, I want to be with people. So I want to go someplace and I'm already feeling lonely and I want to go to Starbucks to be with people. So there are a lot of reasons why people are buying Starbucks, and it's more than just the coffee, and that's the key thing there. So what is the customer really buying? Number 5, when a prospect decides to buy from a competitor instead of us, what's the reason? But this is one of the most important things. A lot of people do research with their customers and say, why did you buy our product? The real secret is to do research with people who didn't buy your product, who examined your product and said, no, I'm going to go with a competitor. That's where you'll find the gold. That's where you got to go in and say, tell me why you didn't buy our product, because they will give you a different answer than the people who said, I want to buy your product. Number 6, what are the key places that prospects get information about our product or service? That's pretty straightforward. How do your prospects and customers currently perceive the product or service? Is it cheap or is it inexpensive? Those 2 words mean similar things, but they're slightly different. Inexpensive means it's a good value. Cheap means it's not. It's the bottom line. It's the bottom of the barrel. So those are the kinds of things you have to be thinking about. And then what other factors influence the purchase decision? Who's influencing me around me? And then finally, how do personal or demographic factors influence the purchase decision? What's going on in the consumer's brain when they buy your product? Because if you can use that, then you can figure things out. We're rounding the bend here.